Hey Fax Fam, ever felt like your desk was a black hole, swallowing everything you own? Well, imagine this, but in space. Welcome to the messy world of space junk. Today, we'll take a cosmic trip through the trash orbiting our planet. But don't worry, we'll have some fun along the way. Space, the final frontier, or should we say, the final junkyard. Let's dive into the chaotic cosmos of space debris and find out why it matters to all of us. How did we turn the vastness of space into our own personal landfill? Stick around to find out. So, what exactly is space junk? Space junk, or space debris, refers to defunct man-made objects in space. This includes old satellites, spent rocket stages, and fragments from disintegration, erosion, and collisions. Basically, it's the cosmic equivalent of tossing your trash out the window, if your window was in outer space. And just like trash on Earth, it's not going away on its own. We've got everything from entire satellites to tiny paint flecks whizzing around up there. It's like the universe's most dangerous flea market. And the more we send up, the more junk we create. The space age began with a bang in 1957 when Sputnik 1 launched, marking humanity's leap into the cosmos. Since then, thousands of rockets and satellites have followed, creating a legacy of innovation and a lot of litter. Each mission has contributed a bit more junk, turning space into a crowded highway of debris. Every successful mission, every technological breakthrough left a little something behind. A bolt here, a piece of insulation there. Think of it as leaving your footprints. Except these ones don't go away. From the Apollo missions to the International Space Station, every milestone in space exploration has added to the clutter. And it's not just a problem of the past. Every new satellite launched today risks adding more to the mix. Why should we care about space junk? Well, imagine driving on a highway with invisible speeding cars. That's what navigating through space is like now. Space junk poses risks to functioning satellites, space stations, and future missions. Even tiny fragments can cause catastrophic damage at high velocities. One small piece of debris can lead to a chain reaction, creating even more junk, a scenario known as the Kessler Syndrome.
The Kessler Syndrome describes a cascade effect where collisions between objects generate more debris, increasing the likelihood of further collisions. This can render certain orbits unusable for generations.
A single collision can create thousands of new pieces of debris, each becoming a potential hazard. It's like a cosmic game of dominoes. One piece falls and it sets off a cascade of destruction. Currently, there are over 27,000 pieces of debris, larger than a softball, orbiting Earth, tracked by the Department of Defense's Space Surveillance Network. But that's just the big stuff. Estimates suggest there are millions of smaller pieces that are much harder to track, all zooming around at speeds up to 17,500 miles per hour. That's like a bullet, but faster and way more unpredictable. For every functioning satellite, there are hundreds of pieces of debris. It's a cosmic junkyard out there, and every launch adds more to the problem. Just look at this map. It's like looking at a night sky filled with stars, except these are all pieces of junk. And they're all traveling at breakneck speeds, ready to cause havoc. In 2009, an inactive Russian satellite collided with an operational US commercial satellite, creating over 2,000 pieces of trackable debris. In 2016, a tiny piece of debris created a noticeable chip in a window of the ISS. These incidents highlight the very real and present dangers posed by space junk.
We've had to maneuver the ISS multiple times to avoid collisions with debris. It's a constant concern.
Even something as small as a paint fleck can cause serious damage when you're moving at orbital speeds.
These aren't isolated incidents. Every year, satellites and space stations face multiple threats from debris. It's like trying to dodge raindrops in a storm, except these raindrops can destroy millions of dollars worth of equipment. So, what can we do about this cosmic clutter? Space agencies and private companies are exploring several solutions. These include designing satellites to burn up on re-entry, using robotic arms to capture debris, and even deploying nets and harpoons to snag junk. There's also the idea of space tugs, spacecraft designed to push defunct satellites into graveyard orbits or safely deorbit them. Imagine a giant space vacuum cleaner or a garbage truck that cruises the cosmos. It might sound like science fiction, but these are real ideas being tested today. The European Space Agency is working on a mission called Clear Space One, designed to capture and remove debris.
Our goal is to develop systems that can autonomously track, capture, and deorbit space debris, making space safer for future missions.
From nets and harpoons to robotic arms and laser brooms, the race is on to find effective ways to clean up our act in space. Addressing space junk requires global cooperation. The United Nations and other international bodies are working on guidelines and treaties to ensure responsible behavior in space. However, enforcement and compliance are ongoing challenges. It's like organizing a neighborhood cleanup, but the neighborhood spans the entire planet. The Space Debris Mitigation Guidelines of the United Nations Committee on the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space aim to reduce the creation of new debris, but getting all space-faring nations to agree and adhere to these guidelines is no small feat.
We need a unified approach to space debris mitigation. This means not only creating guidelines, but also ensuring they're followed by all nations and private entities operating in space.
It's a big challenge, but with international cooperation and commitment, we can start to tackle the problem of space junk head-on. Looking ahead, future technologies might offer more innovative solutions, from laser brooms that can nudge debris out of orbit to advanced AI systems for better tracking and collision avoidance. The future holds promise, but innovation needs to keep pace with the growing problem. Imagine lasers in space, but not for battle, for cleaning. Laser brooms could gently push debris into lower orbits, where they would burn up in the atmosphere.
We're exploring ways to use directed energy to move debris. It's still in the experimental stage, but the potential is huge.
Artificial intelligence could revolutionize how we track and avoid debris. AI systems could predict and prevent collisions, ensuring safer space travel. You might be wondering, what can I do about space junk? While we can't all build space cleaning robots, we can support policies and initiatives aimed at mitigating space debris. Staying informed and advocating for sustainable space practices can make a difference. After all, the sky is not the limit, it's just the beginning. Educate yourself and others about the issue. Support space missions and companies that prioritize sustainability. Advocate for stronger regulations on space debris. Every little bit helps. Consider supporting organizations like the European Space Agency, NASA, and private companies developing debris removal technologies. Together, we can help keep our final frontier clean. Well, folks, if we don't clean up our act in space, we might have to start looking for a new planet to mess up. So, Let's keep our cosmic backyard tidy, and remember, space might be infinite, but our patience for junk isn't. Who knows, maybe in the future, being a space janitor will be a real job. Now there's a career path you didn't think about in school. Loved this video? Smash that like button, subscribe to Facts for more mind-blowing space content, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on space junk and any solutions you think could help. Together, let's keep exploring the wonders of space responsibly. See you in the next video.